Introduction.
Hey Reena, would you write something? Yeah, sure, tell me. There is a number x. If you multiply x by itself, we get a number. I have that number of books. Okay. You have 2 times the number x, and our friend has 2 books. Now add all the books. What expression do you get? Let me write somewhere. There is a number x. If we multiply x by itself, then we get x square. So you have x square books. And I have 2 times the number x, that is 2x, and our friend has 2 books. This is called a polynomial. Come, I will explain you.
Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to write polynomials in one variable, explain features of polynomials, write zeros of polynomials, explain remainder theorem, explain factorization of polynomial, write algebraic identities, and solve polynomial in one variable. A polynomial is made up of terms that are only added, subtracted, or multiplied term. So it says many terms. A polynomial can have constants like 3, -20, or 1/2, variables like x and y, and exponents like the 2 in y square, but only 0, 1, 2, 3 y cube plus y plus 1, etc. Definitions. Terms. In the polynomial y square plus 4y, the expression y square and 4y are called the terms of the polynomial. Similarly, the polynomial 3x, a coefficient is a number before a variable. For example, in 2x, the 2 would be the coefficient. The poly in polynomials means a monomial, mono meaning 1. A two-term polynomial such as 2x plus y or x square minus 4 may also be called a binomial, bi meaning 2. A three-term polynomial such as 2x plus y plus z or x raised to the power 4 plus 4x square minus 4 may also be called a trinomial, tri meaning 3. Degree. The degree is the value of the greatest exponent of any expression in the polynomial. To find the degree, all that you have to do is to find the largest exponent in the polynomial. Example: 4x square plus 6x plus 5. This polynomial has 3 terms. The first one is 4x square, the second is 6x, and the third is 5. The exponent of the first term is 2. The exponent of 5x raised to the power 0. And anything with an exponent of 0 is always equal to 1. Thus, 5x raised to the power 0 is equal to 5 into x raised to the power 0, which is equal to 5 into 1, which is equal to 5. Where a, b, and c are constants and a is not equal to 0. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Its general form is ax raised to the power 3 plus bx raised to the power 2 plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, and d are constants and a is not equal to 0. If in a polynomial all the constants are 0, or we can say that if a 0, for example, py is equal to y cube plus y plus 1. ry is equal to 2 minus y minus 5y square plus 3y minus 6. If we substitute the value of y by 1, we get q1 is equal to 5 plus 3 minus 6, which is minus 6. So we say that the value of qy at y is equal to 1 is minus 6. Let's now solve py is equal to y plus 1. By substituting the value of y is equal to 1,